Well, at this hour, President William Ruto is currently attending a church service in Siaya County at the St. Peter's ACK Cathedral. We're keeping tabs on that particular story. Those are among the key stories we're keeping an eye on at this hour. Welcome to our broadcast. My name is Abdiaziz Hashim. The sign language interpreter at the bottom end of the screen is Baron Abuli. But we start with other stories making headlines at this hour, where principal secretaries, government spokesperson and heads of parastatals have intensified town hall meetings with the electorate in Mount Kenya region in a bid to explain the government's development agenda in the region. Now, the senior officers pitched camp in Gishungu, Kirinyaga County to listen to the public on the issues affecting them and to explain the development projects that the government is undertaking in the region. Led by the Public Health Principal Secretary Mary Muthoni, the government officers have called upon Kirinyaga residents and Mount Kenya region at large to support the government, adding that the development projects are currently underway in the region.
So this development agenda is what we want to stress on. We do not want to drag ourselves into political cocoons where people just discuss issues that are not helping the people of Kenya.
Kuna kijana amebonga hapa hivi akasema kuna venye hizo doa zijafika kwa grau. Basi kuambia cheki bado tunafanya hizo mikakati. Tumesakanya mayuzo 5 million ambao tuna watrain ndio wajue venye watafanya mabiashara. Out of this 100k of them, kila mtu atapatiwa 50k ya kuanza biashara ndogo ndogo.
On the political front, a section of Kenya Kwanza politicians have come out to strongly defend the Social Health Insurance Fund, SHIF, saying it provides universal health care. The leaders are told off those opposed to the insurance fund and blaming them for being silent when influential people were stealing from the former defunct system, NHIF.
Speaking at TM grounds in Narok County during a border empowerment forum, the leaders led by President's aide Farouk Kibet and Health Cabinet Secretary Aden Duale claimed a chain of cartels which were defrauding the country billions of shillings had been contained in the new system.
As the Honorable Duale has said as a minister in charge of health.
Muliwahi waona wakiongea mambo ya wizi ya NHIF yenye ilikuwa inaendelea. Sasa sababu marafiki zao na biashara zao zinafungwa, wanaanza kutishia waziri. Waziri kaa gangari na ukae chonjo, wewe sio muoga. Ama huyu Duale mnaona kama ni mtu wa kutishwa? Aendelee kupambana na wakora, asipambane na wao.
Hospitali usitishwe na mtu yeyote. Kama watu ni wakora, funga na hospitali kufunga sio mwisho. Wewe pia unatuangusha. Hospitali kufungwa sio mwisho. Hapo ukishamaliza kufunga hospitali, fuata hao watu tujue ni nani anaibia wa Kenya pesa, wafungwe wapelekwe kotini.
Wale wanahubiri ukabila kutokea asubuhi mpaka jioni, nataka kusikia hapa Narok. Nyinyi mnakubaliana na ukabila? Wale wanasema twende ukabila, ati dini iwe ni ukabila, tabia ni ukabila, kukula ukabila.
Mlikuwa mnashikwa kwa sababu hatukuwa na license. Ni kweli ama sio kweli? Mimi nikaamua ya kwamba vijana wetu wa Narok Town lazima wapate license. Saa hizi wa vijana wengi hapa, wale ambayo mnajua, tumepeana zaidi ya license mia ngapi? 500.
Elsewhere, the Democratic Congress Party DCP has dismissed the possibility of joining a coalition with other opposition parties to front a single candidate in the upcoming Mbeere North by-election.
Mwetu ni kwamba candidate wetu ni Mheshimiwa Mbowe na atakuwa mpaka kwa Ndepe. Hilo ni hakikisho nataka kuhakikishia watu wa Mbeere North na watu wa Embu.
We are telling them if the united opposition want to have this seat, there is one thing that I want to tell them. You cannot get this election if you are going for the weak candidate. And therefore, on the ground, if the strong candidate belongs to DCP.
And Alego Usonga leadership is accusing the Siaya County government of denying Jaramogi Oginga Odinga University of Science and Technology land on which its Siaya town campus sits, forcing it to relocate students.
That there was an agreement, a meeting between the Bondo committee from the university and the SEA from the county government in early May, and they were in agreement that the university must exist.
Remind him today that according to the interests of the people of Alego Usonga, we would rather have the university in that land rather than the offices of the county government of Siaya.
And as we speak, the head of state is currently in Siaya County. Now, African Social and Governance Research has called for enhanced policy engagement and evidence uptake in the agricultural sector aimed at building strong food value chains. The research firm, in partnership with the International Development Research Center, has been implementing food systems transformation project that seeks to contribute to the strengthening of equitable, inclusive, resilient and sustainable food systems. The FST project has also been implemented by the Nairobi County Government Food Policy Framework by reviewing its urban and pre-urban agriculture, livestock and fisheries policies 2015. Through the Utafiti Sera House initiative, the Systems Transformation Project aims to synthesize and deploy evidence of the factors that contribute to food and nutritional security in Nairobi County Government.
That this document, there are some aspects which need to be included, because that time we were not looking at the issues of food system wholesomely.
Most people are now living in town, and urban consumers are also more demanding in terms of the quality of the food that they eat. Therefore, one of the objectives of this policy is to make sure that farmers can be supported, be they urban farming or from the rural area, to produce quality food, to produce the volume required, but also to manage the quality.
In Nairobi, who do not have land can succeed through such conversation, then it tells you that those farmers who are even in the rural areas that have a lot of vast land, and what they need is just some kind of boost in ideas and some little capital.
Elsewhere, health facilities in Nairobi's informal settlements often struggle due to lack of basic equipment. However, a unique partnership is bringing hope to expectant mothers. The Chinese medical NGO that is linked to care has teamed up with high school students from the United States of America to provide free prenatal checkups and scans to expectant mothers in disadvantaged communities.
For 2 consecutive days this week, residents of Dandora lined up outside the Salvation Army compound for a free medical checkup, an activity organized by the Chinese-led NGO linked to care. For many women in Dandora, this is an opportunity to access an ultrasound or lab test without the burden of traveling long distances or paying unaffordable fees.
We're just like a one-day hospital. So we cover everything from registration to the triage of nurse to the clinician part, free consultation, and then in the end to the radiology or lab services part, and then in the end to the consultation. So it's just like a one-day hospital. We cover everything.
17-year-old Jeremy Peng, a student from Kent School in Connecticut, founded Plus and Minus in Love last year to raise awareness and support young mothers in Kenya.
Woman is powerful. Woman is strong. Woman have the ability. Woman is unique. That is my feeling. So I want to decide to share what I have to share with them, to let them to have a better quality of life. So this kind of motivates me because I don't want to help them. Instead, I want to walk with them, to keep going with them, to assist them.
Through his initiative, teenage mothers in underserved neighborhoods now receive free prenatal checkups.
Nimekuja hapa kama kupimwa spirali, niko na shida ya tumbo na bado nataka kufanywa scan. Umeenda kwa kajo mara mingi hakuna, hata tukaambiwa tukuje hapa. Tukienda huko tunaambiwa tukuje hapa.
Founded in 2023, Linked to Care focuses on providing affordable primary health care to low and middle income communities in Kenya.
We've always figured out that China is one of the best examples to to give to the low and middle income countries for them to develop their medical services. And we feel that China is always now ready to help these countries in terms of introducing our experiences and sharing our resources.
Last year, the initiative launched the Eco Moms program, introducing accessible ultrasound services for expectant mothers. The initiative is rooted in China's own experience in transforming its healthcare system.
When we are introducing ourselves as an organization from China who is focusing on primary health care, what we always mention is that 20 years ago, China was still a receiving country in terms of medical health care. But then just like within 10 years, in around 2010 or something, China immediately became one of the biggest donating countries in terms of medical health care in the world.
Ben Chumba, Lunchtime News.
And that story by Ben Chumba takes us to a first commercial break. Don't go too far. We still have more for you on the other side.
Usiteseke tena. Make your farming simple by adopting the new Magna irrigation system from Elgon, Kenya.
Nini kimekufanyikia mguu?
Mimi nimechoka na hii ukulima. Wacha nikafanya biashara nyingine. Mimi uchoka kila saa nikinyunyuzia hii mimea maji, lakini hainawiri.
Wewe ndio haujajua siri ya urembo bado.
That ranges from drip lines, sprinklers, water pumps, sprayers, and generators. This is a convenient way to unrivaled yields. Elgon, Kenya, transforming farms and lives through technology.
Wanafunzi mupo?
Pema si pema, ujapopema ukipema si pema tena.
Sisi ni wa kesho taa, msituzime tamaa.
Ni kweli kuwa interneti ina hatari?
Interneti huleta maudhui yasiyofaa.
Wazazi wanapaswa kufuatilia video ambazo watoto wao wanaona katika interneti.
Taenda kumsalimu, geuza katika wakati timilifu.
Nimeenda kumsalimu.
Matatizo yanayoikumba fasihi simulizi
yanasahaulika kwa haraka.
Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. Now, police have been urged to hasten investigations into the series of attacks on cashless minibuses operated by the Exodus Mobility in partnership with the county government of Mombasa County in Bamburi, Kisauni Sub-County. Barely 2 weeks after the new scheduled public transport services in the port city dubbed Move Mombasa commenced operation, they were attacked and their staff threatened, temporarily disrupting its operation. According to Exodus Mobility co-founder and the CEO, Kikonde Mwateta, The introduction of the buses is meant to change the Mombasa County transport sector to an efficient mode of transport. He urged their competitors to embrace the transformative development initiative. The bus operations resume tomorrow. At the moment, the minibuses are plying the Bamburi Docks and Bamburi Likoni routes.
Sana. Tunataka kuleta mfumo wa usafiri ambao kuna tabia, kuna heshima, na ambao ni mfumo ambao uko na ratiba. Day pass yetu siku moja ni 300. Lakini ukilipia wiki moja unalipa 500.
Katika biashara lazima kuna competition. Lazima kila mtu akubali competition. Hata ukiangalia unaweza fungua biashara yako maana mwanzako akafungua kama hiyo hiyo. Kila mtu ana riziki yake.
Na kampuni yetu inaweza inaruhusu mtu yoyote kuweza kuleta gari lake, sio ati kuwa ni kampuni ya watu wenye magari binafsi. No, mtu yoyote ambaye yuko katika sekta hii ya usafiri au mtu yoyote mfanyabiashara ambaye yuona yuko tayari kuweza kujiunga na sisi anakaribishwa.
Elsewhere, emotions ran high in Busia County as hundreds of mourners gathered at Mayenje Primary School to bid farewell to the late former mayor Mzee Dickson Ochwadi. The 94-year-old who served during the local government's era in the early 1980s was remembered for his instrumental role in uplifting education standards in the region. Speaking during the funeral services, Matayos Member of Parliament Geoffrey Odaga hailed the late Ochwadi's legacy, urging school heads and parents to rally behind efforts to improve the education sector across the border county. Now, sentiments echoed by the family calling on the county and the national government to erect a monument in honor of his legacy.
The boards of management, the teachers na wazazi na sisi tukae pamoja tuone ni nini inaathiri hizi shule zetu. Primary school here was the best primary school miaka iliyopita michache. Let us address the issues, what has caused the poor performance. And even the secondary, I hope Madam will pick up the school for further improvement. Mimi ningeomba nikinyenyekea katika hiyo manifesto yenu, mnaweza kuwa na mahali ambapo mrecognize yeye kama shujaa mmoja ambaye alifanya mambo mengi katika hii kaunti.
A section of global religious leaders is now calling on nations to defend religious freedom and pursuit of global peace. While in South Korea during the Second World Religious Leaders Conference, the religious leadership representing Islam, Christianity and Buddhism committed to protect religious liberty and to promote shared moral principles among communities. The leaders further reaffirmed the need to respect religious diversity, strengthen interfaith dialogue and work together to resolve conflicts peacefully.
Religious freedom is not granted by kings, parliaments, or presidents. It is a God-given right, written not on paper alone, but upon the eternal conscience of humanity.
Residents of Makadara in Nairobi County have benefited from a free medical camp organized by the Karen Nyamu Foundation. The outreach led by nominated Senator Karen Nyamu focused on treating young and old patients suffering from chronic diseases such as hypertension, diabetes and respiratory diseases. Held at the Makongeni Primary School, the camp attended to over 300 patients, with Senator Nyamu highlighting that the lack of access to nearby healthcare facilities has forced many to self-medication. Locals expressed gratitude for the initiative, noting that most cannot afford a regular treatment due to high medical costs. Okay, we do apologize for that technical glitch, as and when that story is prepared once more, we'll share it with you. Now, still on the health front, residents of Olgatundu in Kiambu County have spoken of difficulties in accessing outpatient healthcare services and are appealing for a wider coverage by the Social Health Authority SHA. They said despite the area having good health facilities and medics, they are forced to buy medicine from private facilities whenever they seek outpatient treatment. Speaking during a free medical camp at Karatu Primary School in Gatundu South, the locals appealed to the government to consider SHA coverage for outpatients who usually go to level 4 and 5 facilities, only to be told to go back and buy prescribed medicines elsewhere.
Kuna Karatu level 4 ambaye kwa saa hii hatuna madawa, na pia tukienda huko chini tuko na ile kadi ya SHA, lakini tunaambiwa haiwezi kusimamia outpatient. Kwa hivyo bado tuko na shida.
Shida hii inaleta mimi hapa ninajaribu Karatu level 4 na sikutibiwa kwa sababu huko nikienda wakasema hakuna madawa. Daktari ni sawa, lakini ukiingia huko hakuna utatibiwa kwa sababu unaandikiwa kuingia huko hakuna madawa. Unaambiwa ukanunue na huna pesa ya kununua.
Ambao tumekutana nao leo hapa sana, tumeona watu wengi wako na ile ugonjwa wa sukari na pressure. Pia tumekuja tukapata watu wengi hapa sana wako na shida za mifupa, shida ya arthritis. Kuna wale ambao wamepatiwa dawa.
And quickly, let's take a look at what is happening in the world of sports. Manchester United skipper, that is Bruno Fernandes, converted a stoppage time penalty to give Ruben Amorim's side a priceless 3-2 victory against Burnley at Old Trafford. Chelsea, Sunderland, Bournemouth and Everton also recorded wins in their respective matches yesterday.
Real Madrid came from behind to snatch 3 points from Real Mallorca in a game that saw 2 Real goals disallowed.
He has a look at his watch, and there is full time.
Napoli could only manage to find the back of the net once against a resolute Cagliari.
Shades of Parma last season. It's almost the final kick of the game. The champions have not been very good, but that's why they're champions. They find a way.
And so did Roma against Pisa.
Ferguson. Soleil! Roma get the breakthrough. Intricate passing move from the capital club. And Soleil applying the finishing.
Yusuf Farah and Penina Rose Njoki were crowned champions of the annual National Pool Tournament, which was held in Mombasa and drew players from across the country. The two were unmatched in their skill to take the overall titles in the tournament, where organizers were urging the government to extend support to the discipline, which is gaining popularity among the youth and can play a significant role in curbing drug and substance abuse.
Wakora but ni mchezo mzuri sana. Kama sisi wanadada tunaenjoy sana kucheza kwa sababu watu wengi wanacheza ni wanaume.
Nataka kuhimiza serikali kama tunaweza pata support kuboost huu mchezo. Ni mchezo ambao unafaa hata kuigwa katika misikiti yetu, katika makanisa yetu, katika mashule yetu, maana ni mchezo ambao unaleta vijana pamoja na wazee pamoja.
The sport of pool is growing massively in popularity in the last 2 years, and we as a federation are committed to making sure that the game is professionalized so that the talents that we have, the top pool players, can make a living from pool.
And this afternoon in the English Premier League, Brighton are set to open the Sunday match week 3 match of the EPL facing Manchester City. And of course, the biggest match ever, Liverpool against Arsenal at Anfield. Of course, the two contenders of the English Premier League set to kick off at exactly 6:30 p.m. My name is Abdiaziz Hashim. The sign language interpreter at the bottom end of the screen is Baron Abuli. Good afternoon for now.
From the listed housing developments, select your preferred location and apply for a housing unit to begin your journey towards home ownership. Prices start from 640,000 Kenya shillings. Visit Boma Yangu at www.bomayangu.go.ke. Brought to you by Affordable Housing Board. Makao Bora, Jukumu letu.
Got the fear of missing out? Want to keep up with all the latest entertainment news and latest celebrity gossip? From the latest rumors to popping events to the newest fashion trends, here is where you get all the tea or juice when it comes to entertainment, and you get it served on time. All that and so much more on Grapevine every single Monday only on KBC Channel 1. Remember, if you did not see it on Grapevine, then it most probably never happened.
Julikana kama Samisai.
My name is Docas.
The guy wenye wanaonanga kitembea na goal post anaeka chini, anarushia watu ball.
We met online. It was a dating site. Nikamwambia, hebu nitumie picha yako WhatsApp nione. Hey, godo. Akatua picha. Hey, wacha ni cheese.
Ukaona this is the guy. Ndio nikamuona. Nikasema let me call because I didn't want to waste time. I was ready and serious.
We never dated.
Oh,
yeah.
So you guys don't have a dating story?
No.
At all?
No.
It was short and sweet.
Akakataa kurudi
Kenya. Nasema nimepata bibi, nitarudi aje bila bibi.
The day, now it's the time.
Yeah, the wedding
now
day
it's now the time.
The wedding day. Mimi nilienda na Uber.
By the way,
at least kuna mtu alijitokeza akasema
Alienda
luxury. I was playing international football in Thailand. I met the Kabilems, Wayne Rooney, Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
When you hold me, I see the end of the movie. Everyone thinks that we're crazy.
Wewe ndio mwizi tu. Uone ni mlevi.
Nini imefika hapa?
Nadhani ni venye school fees yako inamsumbua.
Daddy, nini umeficha?
Allah.
Mbaya.
Daddy.
Nini? Elijah.
Nika. Hakuna mahali imeandikwa mimi ndio nitamaliza umaskini wa familia yenu. Ile kitu anafanya na Pastor John.
Nyamaza. Nitacheka mimi.